first, a sort of a little bit of a general description of the plant's transport systems. And the note that if you're AQA, you don't need to know about how the xylem and phloem are arranged in a plant, but all the other exam boards you do. So very similar to animal exchange surfaces, right? Plants, like animals, need to be able to exchange gases and nutrients with their environment. For multicellular plants, the rate of diffusion is not efficient enough. So there are dedicated transport systems. Gas exchange, which only takes place in the leaves, does not need a dedicated transport system because the leaves have adaptations, which is basically their shape, that they're flat and thin, that maximize the surface area to volume ratio. So no transport needed for gases. Other substances, though, that are taken in, basically the substances that are taken in by the roots, as well as substances that are made in the leaf, namely glucose, but also amino acids and lipids, they're produced, either produced in one part of the plant or absorbed in one part of the plant, so they need to be distributed to the rest of it. Now, a little bit of sort of structure of the xylem and phloem. So, of course, xylem transports only water and nutrients, or it's actually a little bit more correct, guys, to say, instead of nutrients, to say minerals, because nutrients can mean organic nutrients such as glucose and amino acids, whereas we know that the substances absorbed by the roots are actually water and inorganic minerals. So just make sure that you distinguish inorganic minerals. And of course, the sap, which is a mixture of water and sucrose, is transported up and down by the phloem. So the two vascular tissues absorb different things. This little line here is a cross section through a leaf. And leaf. And it basically shows that we have this kind of central portion here, which is the central vein or midrib of the leaf. And those little dots here are the vascular bundles in the leaf. Basically little bundles of xylem and phloem. Bundles. If we were to take a cross section, so this here is a cross section of a leaf. If we were to take a cross section of the stem here, we would see that the xylem and phloem are kind of like arranged around the sort of periphery. And if we were to take a cross section from a root, we would notice that actually the xylem is kind of like in the center here as a kind of like a cross, and the phloem is around it. So just kind of like be aware of that.